Nerd shit in the dark, dark.
Oh. Is that it?
That's mine, yeah.
Okay.
Your turn.
Okay, my turn?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It is nerd shit in the dark. That's mine.
That was a lot.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay.
Alright, so we're opening up a poll.
And we have, I have a lot to talk about with this actually, but we have more viewers now. Actually, we have more listeners.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah,
we gained another listener.
We gained some listeners.
Oh,
yeah,
our power grows.
Yeah. We're up to like 5 people that listen. I think.
Ooh, we are getting popular.
So this poll could be, but explain the poll, Braden. You know,
So the poll is going to be between the two songs that you just heard. Which one do you want to hear every time we do a podcast?
Or there's a third option. There's a third of tell us to try more.
Yeah,
we could
we could always try more.
If you didn't like either one of those,
the two that
or
we
how
just
you
came up with were pretty good.
Yeah, or how you might want us to change any one of what we did.
Yeah.
I think in a weird way there's like a combo there. I think the energy of yours, mixed with the beat of mine, perhaps.
The lyrics.
Yeah, maybe
Possibly.
something there. I think so. Yeah.
We'll get a wordsmith on it.
And then we could add like sounds effects to it.
Oh yeah.
And then just
Sound
play it every time.
galore.
And then we'd really so it would normally be that, and then we'd be like, good night everybody. How we doing? Guten Tag. Ready to talk about some nerd shit in the dark. I was gonna say good morning, but it's nerd shit in the dark.
Buenos dias.
It's better to say. It's better to say good night, I guess. But then it sounds like we're going to sleep. I don't want anybody falling asleep, because not right now, because we're doing nerd shit in the dark in a whole new setting. Good night. Tell them good night. That's a good. Yeah, I want to talk about like some things too, like typical podcast like things that you would have, and like that, an outro, an intro, the regulars, things like that.
Professional stuff.
Yeah.
Podcasters do.
Yeah, catchphrase, because we have our things, like news, nerd, shit, old shit. We have our things, our sections,
and
but we need more, like, stuff.
We are getting more professional as we go along.
I think so. I think
we're evolving.
Yeah, I mean, we're literally, we are speaking we're in a nice desk area into a microphone instead of my computer microphone. Yeah. This is as official. In the new desk setting.
Official.
It's so official.
I feel smarter already.
I love it. I'm loving it. And this just leads me into something else I wanted to tell you since he brought it up to me last week. But I was hanging out with Jared last weekend. Yeah. And he was like...
Jared, old friend of the show.
Last episode. Yeah. Our guest. Great guy. He brought up how we're getting more viewers, and he was like, you need to have like a name for the people who watch, because like the taste buds have the buds or the buddies, the Roganites. Yep. So he was like, so nerd shit in the dark, what would you call your people? And I was like, that's good too. But I said, I was like, nerds. And Jared, with all of his energy, goes, well, that's a bit cliche. I want something a little more nuanced. Darkies. Just with that big Jared
I see no
smile on his face.
With that at all.
Darkies. I was like, I didn't see it coming, and when he said it, I was like, oh my god.
That is a good setup.
Darkies. Shitters. I think is because nerds is too obvious. Darkies we can't use.
I think
shitters is kind of good.
Shitters?
What's up, shitters? Yeah. Darkies is funny, but
Darkies is
and like
good.
Jared, he just said it with such moxie too.
But I don't know if it has longevity.
I don't think it has longevity either.
As a permanent fixture.
I think if you look at it as like nerd shit in the dark, darkies. If you look at it like that, sure. But there's no seeing it without that. You can't.
Just two white guys.
Yeah. If we had one person, maybe. Yeah. That would give us the okay.
Have that cred.
But we don't.
We don't have the cred currently.
No. For anybody out there, if you know anybody if you have any friends that might fit the mold of what we just discussed, you know what I mean. Send them our way. We'd love to add them to the crew.
Awesome intro.
Shitters.
What's up, shitters? How are we doing today?
We'll play with that. I like that. Yeah. Also on the poll, we'll have 3 options: nerds, shitters, darkies, and you pick, and whoever wins is what we're gonna go with.
Because we're all about democracy at Nerd Shit in the Dark.
All about democracy. I love America.
Yeah, we love it
so much.
freedom.
I love voting for things to be what happens, even if I disagree with it.
Exactly.
It's fucking awesome.
It's fucking intense.
Lovely. All right. Well, okay. Now that we got all that aside, I think it's time.
I think we nailed it.
I think we nail it every time. I think we nail it every time,
Yeah.
and I think it's gonna come in. I think when we have our own theme, because I loved what we did with just singing and hoping for the best. But how long does that go on for? How long do we keep doing that?
Yeah.
20 of these, because that's how many we've
100?
done. That's a lot.
1,000.
I'd rather just get a cool song and then just play that, and then we just get into it. Because you know what? I feel like our brains, right out the gate, have to be so creative just with a song.
Yeah.
That's
taxing.
That is taxing. If we don't have to worry about that every time, we could, have some room for
We don't want to tax ourselves too much.
Dude, this is about having fun and talking and having our friends listen and feel like they're a part of this too.
So what are we talking about?
Nerd shit in the dark.
Yeah.
So turn the lights off.
Yeah, we are not
in here. We don't have the
Well, it is
lights.
dark outside.
That's true. It is dark outside. And if
the interior is...
the new mic probably won't pick up the actual sounds of... Actually, there's really no outside. I'm not going to play any last time because when I listened to that audio...
What do you mean play? We were outside last time.
I'm not... Well, no, I'm just saying I'm not going to play any to make it sound like last time when we were outside in the
We've
woods.
Never done that before.
Because I thought maybe we could today, but I'm told you I'm going to not... You let me finish. I'm not going to do it because we've never done it,
That's
is what I was going to say, man.
We've always been outside.
Every time. Even in the winter months, we commit.
We commit.
We commit.
We
And
were
so do the
freezing
crickets.
our asses off, but we were there for you.
Yeah.
Camping.
Shitters.
Shitters.
Darkies. So, yeah. What are we talking about tonight? Let's dive into that. Because we have a lot and not a lot to talk about all at once, as per usual.
New nerd shit, old nerd shit?
Yes.
So
Yes.
what's the
Is that, yeah.
new nerd shit?
Do you want me to go? Or do you mean the new nerd shit is in, like, stuff that's new in Nerd World or new to us?
New to us.
Oh, so new
I
nerd
always
shit.
assumed
New nerd
shit was new to us, not
Right.
new to the world. It could be something
Correct.
that's existed
Well,
for years.
Yes, you're right, with new nerd shit. But here's the problem. You've mixed it up with a different thing that I kind of got rid of called new nerd shit, old nerd shit. They were two different. New nerd shit and then new old were two different things. But we got rid of that.
My mistake.
Yes, it's okay.
That was deep into the lore. I forgot.
We haven't done it in a while.
Yeah.
So yeah, new nerd shit is just like stuff that we're into now, whether it be new or old. Yeah, go. You do you want? You start. You start.
I'll
Yeah,
start.
you start.
So, I mentioned that there was a new YouTube channel that I was turned on to.
Erection.
Yes.
Full
exactly.
torque.
It gives me one.
Okay.
But it's Tolkien Unraveled. And
Is that one?
and there's other Tolkien channels out there that explain Tolkien lore pretty well, but I just really like this guy in particular. He hits upon the topics that I've always been super interested about, but like didn't have the wherewithal to like pour through Tolkien's writings to like actually figure out. But like this guy, he's genuinely read like everything Tolkien's put out, like his letters and
Sure, yeah.
not
big Tolkien guy.
not just the Silmarillion or the Lord of the Rings. Like he's read like every obscure writing that Tolkien's done. So he can explain.
The internet's got seems like it's got a lot of those people, but I'm interested in this guy.
It does, but I like his presentation, and he just, like I said, touches upon topics that I'm really curious about. Like he explains the nature of the One Ring and gives like the whole elven lore behind that and like the story. He explains Balrogs, like Durin's Bane. How did Durin's Bane end up underneath the Misty Mountains?
Sure,
like,
yeah.
What is the significance of that? How old is he? Like he goes into all.
He's got
of it.
all Silmarillion level knowledge,
He goes
and then
into
some.
the Astari. He has a whole video on Radagast.
Well, I'd
Brown.
I think I'd expect with somebody of this caliber to. So he just kind of like tells the story to in a way so the people can understand it without reading the books.
In a very easy to
That's
consume
pretty cool.
way.
What's he called again?
Tolkien Unraveled.
Okay.
And
I
got
like
turned
that.
on to him because I'm teaching
Full torque.
I'm teaching the
Erection.
Hobbit to my class right now.
So you're big into it.
And so like my YouTube, like the YouTube algorithm picked up that I've been searching things about The Hobbit, and so it's been recommending me Lord of the Rings videos, and I just got turned on to it. Like, he has a whole video on Smaug and like the history of him, how he ended up in the Lonely Mountain.
Sure.
Or even like the
it's all out there
of his name, and he goes into like other dragons. Like, he talks about the first dragon, which I forget his name, but it was a really cool name. But like the first dragon to like serve Morgoth that like all dragons are descended from.
Sure. Yeah.
Really cool. Like first, second, third age lore galore.
Regular Stephen Colbert.
Yeah. But yeah, I highly recommend his YouTube channel if you just want to like get caught up
learning about the
Tolkien lore,
Middle Earth.
Because like he literally references like all the obscure Tolkien lore of like.
And that's some of the most fun stuff.
Yeah, and like he really paints a picture, and he makes it clear that like some of them are like speculation and theories, because like Tolkien is obscure with certain aspects of the lore on purpose, probably. But yeah, I feel like I've enhanced my knowledge a lot on that subject.
I love Lord of the Rings. I don't know if you know that about me.
Oh, I had an inkling.
Big Lord of the Rings fan, actually.
Yeah, so I figured you would be interested in it.
I am, because like I've, it's like some of that stuff I feel like I have known at some point in my life. I need like a refresher that isn't me rereading the Silmarillion or something. You know what I mean? Like, love the books; they're like, all great, but like they're not go back to books.
Usually max 20-minute videos.
And he makes it look interesting. Does he add video like effects?
Yeah, he has video effects. Cool. He has he'll find like old like artistic renditions of like The Hobbit or Lord
some of that old art is pretty
sweet. Like, it's like really cool old art of like. In a whole like have that as a background.
I almost bought an art book once of just like old people's interpretations of what Middle Earth looked like before the movies.
Yeah,
and how some of it's like close.
Because the concept of Middle Earth at this point has been around for a long time, so a lot of people have
an idea. Yeah.
Before the movie.
And now the movies have kind of become the, how people see it, which is fine, beautiful, it works.
One of the funny things, I've been teaching The Hobbit and like during student teaching, and they were like, my students were like searching stuff about The Hobbit for like certain assignments, and they came across the Russian version of The Hobbit, like the animated version, because the Russians have an animated movie of The Hobbit,
yes,
which is like kind of notorious at this point. Because like it's, from today's standards, pretty ugly animation, and
you wouldn't get an erection from that.
No, you wouldn't get an erection from it, but like they were like kind of laughing at it and stuff. But it's just like, it's even interesting that like the Russians felt that this was a significant enough story to make an animated movie about.
Yeah. It's because Tolkien shit touches all cultures, man. It feeds to the fantasy of everyone. Oh, I'm gonna one more time. Tolkien Unraveled. I don't know if you know this about me, but I spend a lot of time in a van watching the time just go by.
I recommend watching
that might help kill some of that time. Yep. I think like a lot of my Tolkien knowledge comes from when I was very young.
Yeah.
Not very young, but like 12, 13. 11, 12, 13. I need a refresher, and I think now if I got a refresher in my mind, it'll stay in there longer than it,
I got introduced to Tolkien through the Peter Jackson Lord of the Rings movies. That was my first experience with them, and I was this is fucking awesome, but I have no idea what's going on. Like, I didn't understand.
That's why they get better every time you watch them. That's why every time I watch those movies, they're better.
Exactly.
Like you're always learning things.
I love those movies, even when I didn't know the significance or context of really anything that happened. And then, like, as I got older, I learned more and more of, like,
that's what makes them masterpieces, man. Yeah, that's what makes it all a masterpiece.
Better and better every time, because you're like, oh, I get this now. I get why they named that thing that whatever.
It's awesome, dude. There's a reason that I cry when I watch Return of the King to this day. Sometimes more. It just gets me every time, even more and more. Cinema. Oh my god. I mean, the last time I watched it was such a fucking great time. And now it's coming back into theaters. I'm so mad that I mean, I'd never replace that watching it with Sam for the first time ever. But
I wish I
the
was
20th
there, 'cause that would
the
be fun.
20th year reunion is this year, and they're putting it back in theaters. And I'm just like, if we would have just waited a little bit longer, we could have watched it in the theater. But we had a fucking blast right in that living room, so I'd never
still
take that.
watch it in theaters when it comes out.
Definitely, absolutely,
And Sam should be there.
definitely. We need to look into when that's happening. I'll get my secretary on that.
Yeah, we'll get our people on
Nerd
it.
shit in the dark, secretary in the dark.
As you know,
You guys
Nerd
better
Shit in
become
the Dark
famous soon
is
so I can
growing,
quit my job.
and we do have people now.
We're growing. We gotta grow a bit more before anybody gets some money out of this gig. But Brad and I do have plans. Here's a little announcement for some of you shitters out there. We are talking. It's not gonna happen just yet. We need to work on it. We need to plan some time. But we want to do like video game streams of just Brad and I playing games and
Twitch streams.
comment it. Probably Twitch. That
Probably
seems like the
Twitch.
common way. So yeah, look out for that.
Would
and
you like to see us
play a video game
get
together
balls deep into a video
and just
game.
shit and just talk about the
Just-
game?
Yeah, just shit on it.
Stuff
Yeah.
like this. We just have to decide what games, when we can make time to do that. Now we kind of have the setup here that makes it kind of perfect for that. But we'll get there. But yeah, we're a growing thing here at Nerd Shit in the Dark. As all things grow in the day, we grow in the dark. Nerd Shit in the Dark.
Shit in the
That
Dark.
could be our song. Something like that.
All things grow in the day. It's Nerd Shit grows in the dark.
But then are we Nerd Shit grows in the dark, or are we Nerd Shit in the dark?
We are Nerd Shit in the dark that grows in the dark.
Got it.
Yeah.
Growers, not showers.
Growers, not showers.
Gotcha.
Shitters, not hitters.
Right. Not
We don't hit.
anybody.
Never.
Okay, cool. Well, that's sweet. I'm gonna look into that. I'm totally gonna look into that.
Yep.
I'll probably text you again and be like, "What's that called again?" So be on the lookout for that, Brayden.
Yep.
Okay.
I will tell you. I'll remember.
So my new nerd shit. I think what I want to start with my new nerd shit, because Brayden and I are gonna discuss, ironically, some games we've been playing. Not ironically because we don't play video games, but ironically is we could have been recording playing those games and talking, but we didn't do that.
No.
We played them separately. So
Do that.
first one I want to get into.
We'll muscle into the market eventually.
Sure thing, and we're probably gonna do a little low key, lesser big name games than the ones. Well, we'll see. So I played through just last weekend throughout last weekend. Jeez.
God bless you.
Whew. Mighty. Sorry if I got that on you. I did not try to get out of your direction at all.
Kids sneeze on me all the time.
Yeah, this big kid just sneezed on you. I have a big sneeze. I don't know if you saw that. Another one's coming. Trust me, I feel it coming. But I've been playing Jedi Fallen Order.
You feel it coming?
I do. If you hear me talking, it's slowly like.
Is it coming?
Yep.
Oh my god,
Oh,
you're
gross.
disgusting!
Oh, it's in your beard.
Whoa, guys, take it easy. I'm still one of the main hosts of this show.
Sorry, everyone.
Sorry, shitters.
Sorry, shitters.
Sorry. So Jedi Fallen Order, I played through it this past
How was that?
week and a half. I had a fucking blast playing this game.
Yeah,
And
I've never been that into Star Wars games besides Lego Star Wars.
Lego Star Wars is a great Star Wars game. This is like the Star Wars. Like, this is the Star Wars game. I don't know if completely... The story's really good. I don't know if we need... Like, I think it could be a different game, is what we as Star Wars fans have been waiting for our whole lives to play. But as far as, like... being a game where you're a Jedi and you fucking have a lightsaber and you just play a game is great. You use the Force, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
you
it's
fuck
the
people
it's kind of like Hogwarts Legacy. How
Can
it's the
you,
best
like,
fucking Harry
dissect
Potter
people?
game. You chop up stormtroopers.
I want to chop people up.
It right through them.
Yeah.
It's pretty sick.
I always felt
It's a little
with
edited,
how
but it's a little not.
With how dangerous a lightsaber would actually be
Sure.
as a weapon, I feel like
they
we don't get to see enough people chopped up.
They do dumb down, like some things lightsabers can do are kind of, because it's a video game. You could literally cheat. Doors are locked. You could just fucking cut. They take that away with lightsabers. But like when I fight stormtroopers, when you've taken their health bar down, you fucking slice through them and end them. But like boss fights, you know, you'll hit them. Like you can hit people with lightsabers and it doesn't roast through them. But the boss fights are really intense. They're just fucking well done, like lightsaber battles. There's no like rhyme or reason to win or lose any fight. You just have to fight and win. And the thing I learned, I had my own little Jedi experience when I was playing this game. So I got to like the second boss in the game, and it was this big fucker with a lightsaber.
Was that his name?
It was a girl.
Oh.
Yeah. She was the 9th sister, I think was her name. And she was an Inquisitor, which are the people that hunt the Jedi.
Yeah.
And
we know the Inquisitors.
Yeah. I mean, they're becoming a little more well-known. They're kind of a newer concept, but I do like the idea of the Inquisitors.
Yeah.
Big fucker. Big.
She's big.
I'm talking...
Big Bertha.
Talking big. Yeah. In orange, you know, Star Wars. So she's like a big alien person.
Oh, she was an alien.
With like armor. Yeah, she was
terrible. What kind of alien?
I have no idea.
Oh.
Yeah, just an alien thing.
Big alien.
Illegal, probably.
Hot?
No, not at all. Yeah,
disappointing.
No. I mean, not what I'm looking for, but it made it easier to kill her. You know what I'm saying? But
I know what you're saying.
It wasn't easy to kill her, is what I'm trying to get at. Tough battle, and I kept losing. And just like in Star Wars, dude, I was getting angry, and I was playing like a fucking... And I just couldn't beat this match. And finally I was like, I'm doing this all wrong. I gotta play like a Jedi. I gotta play like a Jedi. That's the whole game. You kind of learn to be... As your character's becoming a Jedi, so are you. Because I was like, I gotta play some defense, I gotta wait, I gotta not do this with hate or anger. I gotta strike when it's okay to strike. I fucking won. After many, many tries of trying to be angry and playing, I did the Jedi way and I won. And that's just another cool thing about the game. I think the storyline is awesome. I think it's interesting how there's been a lot of Star Wars things that have come out and gross. And they have bad writing or bad story, and it's just like this video game has such a solid story with solid characters, and it's just like, ugh, just do more of this. You clearly can do it. So that's cool, because that's what you want in Star Wars, a good story. So it's a pretty fucking decent story that sets up a lot of cool stuff that I'm sure the sequel will get into, with just awesome, like, gameplay. I'm really sad I sat on this game for years.
I'll have to check it out.
The new one comes out at the end of April, but I beat this game in less than a week. So roughly, I think I have 20 hours. So it took me about 20 hours to beat it, and that's like me going off to like find extra items. If you just skip out on that, which I don't recommend because some of that's just really helpful, but most of it's useless. Most of it's stuff you're never gonna ever use actually, but some of it like boosts your health, and those are the important ones. But I'd say 1 out of every fucking 9 is a health booster. Usually it's just like, another lightsaber material, which is cool. You get to like customize your lightsaber, and you can pick its color. I had an orange one.
Like Harry Potter?
Kind of like Harry Potter. Kind of.
We all want to customize our own lightsaber / wand.
Yes. Yeah, so like that's really cool. The graphics are good. It plays well. Even on my Steam Deck, it ran at 60 frames per second pretty fucking well. So I don't know. Great video game. Great Star Wars thing. That's one of the games that I've been playing. I beat it. So actually, I haven't played it in like a week, but I knew I wanted to talk about it because I'm going to talk about the sequel on our next month's Star Wars special.
Right.
I'll probably go into more detail on that. But that's what I have to say about that. Everybody. Shitters. Or nerds. Or doggies.
Oh, wonderful.
What? Wonderful?
Wonderful.
Interesting. Okay, Brayden, throwing it. I'm throwing the baton back to you, man.
All right.
What the fuck?
I'm catching it.
We're doing a few things off of our new nerd shit stuff, because Brayden and I realize we have a lot of new nerd shit to talk about. We gotta get all the way before we just talk about Star Wars next month.
And I'm catching it right now.
Whoa, he's got his arm out. Okay, what do you got? Oh, ooh, wow, good catch, dude.
Here I go.
Whoa, 3D.
All right.
Okay, what?
So.
Tell me.
A game.
What are you playing? What?
One of the games I've been playing.
Did I get it out already?
It's kind of obscure.
Obscurus?
It's kind of an obscure game.
Like an obscurus?
Not an obscurist.
Maybe it's a different game.
But it's just like not a game you would typically expect to play.
What the fuck is it?
It's called Ancestors.
Oh.
The Human Odyssey.
Oh, you're not leading with Harry Potter.
I'm not leading with
Harry Potter. I was doing that whole thing thinking it was that. I did a lot of... Okay. What's it called again? Ancestors.
Ancestors, The Human Odyssey.
Are you looking over? Was something on me?
No.
Okay.
I was just saying it intensely.
Oh, that was intense. Okay.
So Ancestors, The Human Odyssey was a game I actually wanted to talk about last podcast, but forgot to talk about.
Okay.
But it's a really fun game that you get to start off as a monkey, as a chimpanzee.
Oh, wow. Ancestors.
You return to Mon-kay.
Okay.
And you have to survive as
monkey.
As Mon-kay and your Mon-kay tribe that you have to protect. You have to make babies and
with other monkeys?
With other monkeys.
Oh my
and
God.
Create genetic mutations. And you also have to discover certain things about the environment that you learn and increases your evolution.
Wow.
And then you have to pass through generations of Mon-kay as you evolve
into people.
Oh
my God.
And you literally, the end game is you evolve into people. And
start World War II.
And you start to like slowly, like you start off as like, you know, really weak as a Mon-kay. You have to mostly like just like stay in the trees. Like, and like scare away things, but you can't fight them. And then like you eventually learn how to use tools and stuff, right? And like get bigger, and like you can like learn how to go like bipedal and learn how to swim and learn how.
How
to
the fuck
tools.
long does this game go on for?
Really long.
How many hours do you have into this thing?
60.
Holy fuck! Are you people yet?
Pretty much.
What do you mean pretty much? You're 60 hours in this game.
Pretty much.
You're pretty much people?
I'm pretty much people. Like, they still look kind of apish, but, like, they
when you become
walking totally on 2 feet, because that takes a while to actually, like, get
60
to, like,
hours, clearly.
the point to, like, walking on 2 feet. And, like, we're, like, hunter-gatherers at this point. Like, we can take down an elephant. Like, we've taken down elephants before with sharpened sticks. Which
pretty much a human.
It's pretty much accurate to...
Still only counts as one.
I mean, it's a video game interpretation, but it's, like, pretty accurate to, like, how our evolution went about. Like, our ancestors learned how to use certain tools, and pretty much once we learned how to sharpen sticks, it was just game over for most other species.
But not for this game.
Yeah, because, like...
It goes even farther.
Like, as soon as we learned how to, like, remember certain shit and, like, bait animals into certain traps, like, if you had a sharpened stick, like, you killed most things. And so, like, you go from, like, being very weak at one point to just, like, kind of dominating everything.
Seems like quite the video game, man.
Yeah, I never expected it.
And you're just pretty much people at 60 hours in. I don't know if I could get into that game. I don't have a lot of games that I have 60 hours in.
I will say it's fun. Like, you have to explore and, like, figure out shit. Like, it's very hard. It's one of those games where it's, like, very hard at the beginning.
You're playing God. I assume it's pretty difficult. Jesus.
Because you're very weak.
I'd like to look at this game. I'd like to, like, see it. I don't know if I could play all... Is it on, like, Steam? Is it a computer game?
Steam game.
How much?
I don't remember.
How much?
I don't remember.
Why do I even put you on this show? You're unlike those monkeys. You can't remember anything.
That's right.
Fucking bitch.
That is like when you pass generations, you go through like an upgrade tree, where like you can like spend evolution points based on like certain feats. Like if you like figured out how to use a certain tool and stuff, and so like you can like get better stats and like I said, get the bipedal trait or like remember more things. It's very interesting.
I'm definitely interested. That's why I'm trying to get on here so I can like look at this game. I'm trying to go back to the Steam like gaming mode so I can like see just how much this is worth, what it looks like. It's interesting. It's definitely not a game I'm ever gonna play through, but like sounds like I'd at least like to watch videos about it.
Yeah. There are people who have made videos on it.
So you start out as like one monkey or like a group of monkeys?
It's a group of monkeys.
And you're slowly evolving them.
You're slowly evolving them. Like, you have to interact with your environment and like figure out certain things and like.
Is it like a?
There's like challenges.
It's the control. You don't control it. You're kind of like the overseer. It's kind of like a more Zoo Tycoon type of thing.
No, you control a monkey.
You literally control a monkey.
You are literally a monkey. You can switch between monkeys in your tribe.
Do you tell this monkey to fuck so that you can carry on?
That's one of the biggest aspects of the game. No, you don't. It pans
one of the
away.
biggest monkey fucking. Monkey Sims,
pans away, but like you do need to make children.
You kind of still play God with Sims.
Yeah, and but yeah, like the biggest thing is whenever if you have the choice of when you want to advance a generation, which would like advance it 15 years into the future, which would like unlock more evolution points and stuff. But then like you can evolve, which would like advance it like several 100,000 years. And so it's like the more challenges you complete during one phase, the faster you can evolve.
I'm definitely... You were going to bring this up last time, so you've played a lot more since that last time, so it's probably for the best.
Yeah.
You didn't. Because you never shut the fuck up. What's it called again?
Ancestors, the Human Odyssey.
What about Ancestors Legacy?
Not Ancestors Legacy.
Oh, no, backspace. Ancestors. It's Human Legacy. Is it?
That one, yeah.
This one?
With Mon-kay? Yeah.
Okay. We're pulling up this game that Braden's
pulling it up, yeah.
bitching to me about.
Yep, that's it.
Holy fuck, it's $40.
Yep, you're a Mon-kay.
See,
he has a sharpened stick. It's pretty.
He does have a sharpened stick.
Pretty OP.
Oh wow!
Once you figure out how to sharpen sticks.
Do your monkeys look like this yet? Probably beyond this.
Yeah, they're beyond that. They have titties and stuff now.
Titties and stuff.
Yeah, like you see you can tell between. At first, you can't tell between the male and the female. Like it's really hard to like figure out because like it's important.
Well,
for
it's rude of you to assume.
But like once you get to the more human phase, you can tell. Like, you can tell because of the titties.
What about the dick? What about the fucking penis?
They don't really show the penis too much. It's still like pretty hairy down there. Like it's just like it's like pretty hairy. Like they're monkeys still.
Sounds like they're shamed.
Yeah, but you do see titties.
Front butt flap.
And they're not like. They're not like titties where I would be like, oh, titties is just like, oh, it's like monkeys.
You don't get an erection.
No, I don't get
an
erection
full torque
from it. No, I'm not fully torqued.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Play this game.
Wow. That's the grading scale this time around.
Yeah. I am not fully torqued.
Okay. What if she looked at you, made good
eye what if she just made eye contact and smiled? And she gave you a banana that she was giving to everybody in the room and smiled while she did it because it's the right thing to do?
I don't know.
Because she's a professional at a meeting.
That kind of monkey.
Fuck you.
Okay. Well, please don't. That's interesting. That's what I like about you, Braden. You always bring something interesting to the table.
Right, don't I?
This is interesting. I'm not gonna buy it or probably play it ever,
just
but
watch
I'll
look. A video
I'd like to. I'd like to see your game in person, maybe sometime.
Yeah, like I said.
Maybe that could be one we would play on the video game thing, and we could talk about. It seems like it takes a long time. I don't feel like it's not good.
Not really.
Come back to it. You couldn't do like one.
60 hours.
60 hours and they're almost humans. Cool. Sweet. Nice. Okay, cool. Hey, what? You want to pass that baton?
I want to pass that.
Whoa,
whoa, there it goes.
Almost fell out the window there.
Catch it?
I did.
I did good.
I got it, dude. No worries. Almost dropped it.
Oh, shit.
Oh, but I got it.
Okay, good.
No worries.
You didn't fumble it, don't worry.
I got it. Right? Babe? I got it?
Yep.
Okay. So, another game I just started up this weekend, actually, because it just came out, was the Resident Evil 4 remake. They remade the GameCube Resident Evil 4, which is, from what I've gathered, one of the most popular, beloved Resident Evil games of the series. 4?
4, yeah.
I never played it on GameCube when it came out. Or PlayStation 2 when they did it.
GameCube.
Yeah. So they made the remake, and I was like, I've heard so much good about this game. This PS5 rendition remake is probably one of the best ways to experience this game, as opposed to playing a GameCube game nowadays. I thought I was much farther into it than I was, but I'm having a blast. It is so much fun. I haven't played Resident Evil since 5, when 5 came out. So that's
I honestly think
number
5
of
is the only one I've played.
Well, hey, there, cool. I
It scared me.
I played the first couple.
I can't do horror games. I can do horror movies, no problem.
This game is scary.
Horror movies don't bother me at all. Horror video games, I still am a pussy with.
Yeah, this game is pretty scary. It's freaky, and it's like... It's better now because I've got some better, like, guns, but when I just had my fucking pistol... And even with the better guns, it's still fucking scary. It's scary in a way that it's like, it's got this freaky tone to it, but it's also like, the things are tough to kill. Things come at you out of nowhere. Sometimes you're very easily over... It's just scary, and they're coming at you, and like, it just looks so good. I'm sure it looked good on the GameCube when it came out, but like, in PS5, on this screen, these fucking zombie people are coming after me, and it's scary. And sometimes, like, this one with a chainsaw came at one point. It's like it had a bag over its head and then like eyes, and it looked so fucked up, and it had a chainsaw, and it mows through the other zombies to get to you. Fucking horrifying. And it took all of my gunshots in my pistol. I threw a grenade and hit it with the grenade, and then I picked up some more ammo and shot it more, and finally it fucking died. All the meanwhile, you're dodging like normal zombies that are fucking bitch. They grab you all the time. And also with that, there are bear traps fucking everywhere, dude. If there's a bear trap while I'm playing this game, I'm stepping on it. It happens all the time.
That's such a weird component.
Oh my, it is.
Who puts down the bear traps?
I don't know. The zombie old people, maybe? I don't know. But there's bear traps literally everywhere. It happens to me all, like, it's always in, like, it's all the time. It's like when I'm just trying to walk through anywhere, oh fuck, I got caught by a bear trap. Or like, I'm in the middle of a very important battle that I'm like, I just reloaded enough reload to kill this thing before it kills me. Bear trap. Like, son of a bitch, and bear traps.
Damn it.
They're everywhere.
Fucking bear trap, your mortal nemesis.
Dude, I'm more afraid of the bear traps than I am the zombies this late in the game now that I have like better weapons, but still, that's beside the point. Really fun, pretty game. The story's pretty compelling from where I've gotten so far. I'm just having a really good time. Like, I wake up pretty early in the morning to play it in the dark, so I can still, get that horror aspect. Yeah, it's got some like weird movement because it still is like a remake of like a game from a bygone era.
Right.
So like things swing at you, and instead of being able to like just dodge naturally and roll out of the way, sometimes the game will give you a prompt that if you hit it in time you'll move. But there's no natural way for your character to just, do that kind of move with that we've gotten used to nowadays in games. Dodge roll basically. So you kind of got to figure that out, and that makes it scarier though too, because like. Fucking big dude. Oh, this one point today.
Part of the gameplay.
The main character, he is a quippy guy. He's a quippy character, and at one point we walked into this one area, and there's just this huge fucking axe, and he just is like, huh, yeah, right. I'd like to see a guy hold that and swing it and see how well it goes for him. And as soon as he said it, I was like, some big fucking zombie, man. We're gonna have to fight now. It has that thing. And lo and behold, he showed up. Fucking hell.
That's why you shouldn't be quippy.
He's very quippy. Like, the first level of this game, you end up in this just village and get bombarded by zombies. And, like, I kept dying because I was like, what am I supposed to do? Like, I had barely any... I found out later that you just have to live. You just have to survive for 4.5 minutes. And then the game just does everything for you. You just have to live. You just have to hide, run, jump, hide. Like, I was trying to fight him I was like, what am I supposed to do here with all these fucking The Chainsaw Man came out. I didn't have half the shit I told you.
Chainsaw Man came out.
It was fucked up, man. It was fucked up.
That's pretty tough.
It was...
You can't die.
Then I found out it took 4.5 minutes. The 4.5 minutes happened. The church bells ring. All the zombie people are just elderly, like... Spaniard people, Mexicans perhaps.
Yeah.
So they're all like kind of the same, and they all just like go into their houses hearing the church bell, and they walk away. And Leon, the main character, is just standing there, and he just goes, "What? is it time for bingo or something? And then Resident Evil 4 comes up on the screen, and I was just like, oh, he's this kind of character. Or right before that, there was a part where I jumped out of a window because the zombies were coming after me, and he landed on the ground, and he goes, I'll just let myself out. I was like, oh, fuck. This guy's getting attacked by zombies. He's still got quips ready to go. So that's fun. I like him as a character, because he looks like a very emo, especially from 2005 era character.
Right.
But he's got quips and jokes. So that's fun. I'm looking for it. I'm going to play that probably all this week. Trying to beat that. Hopefully this week. So that's been a really good time.
Well, it's nice.
Resident Evil's a pretty good series.
You've had like an odyssey of older games.
I'm having an odyssey of just playing, video games. This one's cool because it's like old but new.
Mm-hmm.
So it feels like I'm playing a new game. But it also feels like I'm playing an old game.
Right.
You're right. Metroid Prime is like that too. Played an old game, beat that. That was fun. Like, yeah, kind of am. Little older game. There was so much time that I stopped playing games all the way through that I feel like instead of playing new ones, I gotta start catching up. So, trying to do a lot of that right now. So that's my other video game that I'm currently playing. A lot of fun. If you like shooters, things like that, if you want to be scared and have a good time, Resident Evil 4 remake. That's for you.
Still don't know if the Resident Evil games are for me.
You played. When did 5 came out? When you were probably in middle school, so you should try. You should try again.
Possibly.
They did a 2 remake a couple years back that I heard is really good. Got it on Steam when it was on sale. So.
Played it yet?
I have not played it yet. I remember Cody, the guy we smoked with. He had it when it came out, so I watched him play it years back, and I played 2 when it came out. So like seeing the remaster, really sick, and I think a fun way to get into it. You're gonna get scared. It is a horror series, but I think it's like fun in that way. So there's that. So that's what I got on that.
Awesome.
So what?
Do you want to go into Hogwarts Legacy?
Well, hold on, man. Jesus, take it easy, boy. Oh, catch it! Oh, shit! Oh,
oh shit!
God, dude, good snag. Good. Whoa! Dude!
It's okay. I got it. I think I got it.
Oh, God, dude, you're like the guy in the balloon toss around that almost doesn't hit it, and we're all like, get it before it hits the ground!
Put it up my butthole for safekeeping.
So that's probably where it's best at.
Alright.
Could catch the baton.
In my butthole.
Alright, what do you got, man?
So, I've been recently playing Hogwarts Legacy.
No, I don't. I don't support J.K. Rowling or any of her views anymore, so I just don't even want to talk about it.
Did I out myself?
I'm just kidding. I don't care. What the fuck's up? You finally got it.
I finally got it. And it's way better than I expected. I honestly,
really good game.
I purposefully did not see a lot about this game. I knew that like it was an RPG kind of, and you could like choose your own path.
You stayed out of the news of it.
Stayed out of most of the news of it. I knew like I saw the controversy around it with like J.K. Rowling, obviously. Rowling. J.K. Rowling, obviously, yep. But
have some respect for her.
Well, obviously, I was like, whatever, like, but I'm having a great time with it.
It's a fun game.
Very fun game.
It is pretty much the best Harry Potter video game you could have. Like Wizarding World video game.
That's what I was thinking as well. I'm like, this is probably the best we're ever gonna get to like an experience, like actually experiencing being a wizard
at Hogwarts.
Like any video.
Definitely in a video game.
Of any video game. Yeah. Like, I feel like it nailed it. Like I didn't know how big this game actually was. Like.
I tried to explain that. Well, I think last time you guys were over, like the map is huge.
Like I thought Hogwarts itself was going to be map, and it was huge enough.
And it is huge.
And then you find out, there's a second area, and that's also really big. And then you find out, no, there's this whole world map region pretty much that you can go to.
Yeah.
And just do whatever.
It's awesome.
And
just cast spell. I've been doing more whatever than the main story.
And like I can't tell. Like I also haven't looked up anything with the plot, but is it set in like an alternate universe or is it
1800s?
1800s. Okay.
I think somewhere in 1890, so about 100 years before the.
Okay, so like Potter. It's like the ancestors of a lot of these people.
Sure is. Yes.
Because I was like, I know that's a Weasley, but I don't know who.
Yeah.
That is.
Yeah, because she's like the main bitch.
Yeah, and I couldn't tell.
Yeah.
But like, the time, like the era was kind of ambiguous.
I mean, it's pre-Grindelwald, it's pre-Voldemort.
Right.
It's a cool little time frame.
Yeah.
The castle's, oh man, dude, they
Beautiful.
nailed that
Yeah.
cat. Fucking Peeves just floating around. This game is so alive, and that's what I love about it.
Yeah, that was one of the things that impressed me, is that there's something to look at wherever you go.
Little nods, and they just know the whole lore. They know everything about Harry Potter, and they've really implemented it.
Yep.
In the story, you haven't gotten very far, and I haven't gotten super duper far before. Even from where I'm at, I'm like, this is interesting. This is where Harry Potter shines.
Yep, and I like feeling like I'm becoming a more powerful wizard on my ascent to becoming the Dark Lord.
Right. Really letting your inner fucking sociopath out, huh?
Oh yeah, I figured since, J.K. Rowling is evil, that I should just unleash chaos into our world.
Why not? Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
Because I usually play the good character. Like the Mass Effect series, I can't play the renegade character. Like, I need to play the good character because I like the characters in Mass Effect too much to be mean to them.
Right, yeah. I have that same issue with a lot of games, and I've gotten to a point where I kind of branch, where I can be I can be nice, but I can also be rude if I need to be.
Yeah.
And that's about as far as I go. I'm the same with Harry Potter. I can't go full Dark Lord in that game. I can't. I've unlocked some curses, but when it's conversation, if you can pick the nicer thing to say, I'll typically be the nicer guy.
I still pick the nicer thing to say in conversations. I won't just blatantly be a dick to people, but that's also part of my role plays.
Right.
I'm a charming
Dark Lord. The best Dark Lords are convincing.
I want to bring all these people to my side. I want them to rule alongside me and help me ascend to my Dark Lordship.
That'll be exciting.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
As a fifth year at Hogwarts?
I'm looking forward to it, It's about time people brought some order to the world.
Yeah. That's how it starts. Mm-hmm. That's how it starts. It's fun, though. What a fucking... Do you got a broom yet? Did you get a broom?
Got a broom? Yep.
Hell yeah. That was one of the most exciting things when you get that broom.
I met the Hippogriff. Because that was one of my things I was excited about when I found out that you could have, beast companions and stuff. I'm trying to figure that out. I just attended my first beast class, and I met the Hippogriff.
Where did you get... How far are you into, the story?
I completed, the first trial of, the 4 that they have.
Did it change to a different season yet?
It's fall.
Right, okay,
right
yeah.
now.
That's about where I'm at, too.
Yeah,
I did all of that.
And I've just been, zip-zipping around, trying to learn. I've mainly been trying to learn more spells.
Yeah.
Doing those quests.
That's pretty helpful. And adding to, your perks so that you can add, different sets of circles of spells, too. Yeah. That's been fun.
And I'm playing
I gotta get into it again some more.
I'm playing on hard difficulty, because I want to become
a
good duelist.
Smart. I think I did set it to that as well. Anymore, I try to pick the harder.
Yeah, because I found out if you stupefy opponents, it immediately breaks their shield in every setting but hard. Because I would always stupefy opponents, but they'd still have their shield up.
That's interesting. That's the thing. I haven't played in 2 or 3 weeks, and I was doing so well. I was really into it, and then other games came out, and I just kind of got held up, and I feel like now I've kind of forgot I gotta reteach myself to play again when I do play it again.
Right.
But I can't wait. I fucking loved everything I was doing. With the different clothes, the way you can make your character look.
Oh, I
fucked around with that a lot.
I love the having to just put an assortment of clothes on your character to get the best stats, and you end up just looking
you look like a freak.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, absolutely. I had some weird fucking glasses at one point. You swim in the lake and you find clothes. Where'd these clothes come from in the lake? Oh yeah.
I just love the cutscenes of your character and whatever fit they're in. And
yeah, they're having a perfectly normal conversation with somebody, and it cuts to you, and you got a fucking big chef's top hat kind of thing, and crazy a dead fucking
no one acknowledges
sea otter on your chest. Yeah, and they're just whatever. That's the one part of the game I think is that once you see it for what it is, it's kind of a. I I don't see it as a bad thing, but it is like I can't help but laugh. But like all the dialogue is always just like it's shot in this like none of the cutscenes are very like it's not it's just like Clue. You just see someone and they're talking like this to you, and then it cuts to your character and you're in the same. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like the dialogue's always, I was looking for Rebecca Hampshire and she was over by the potions.
Pretty static.
Yeah. Yes. Everybody feels a little static, but that's it. Other than that. Great fucking game. Yeah, I've been loving the time. I think I have about 12 or 13 hours on it. I gotta hop back into it. And
yeah.
The thing I like about that game is I kind of want to take my time with it because it's such a big game.
It's very big. It's way bigger than I expected.
That I wouldn't mind spreading that gameplay out throughout, as long as I consistently play it, but through the whole year even.
I'm just trying to get to the Beast Mount unlock part because I got the DLC for the Thestral Mount.
Oh, smart. Yeah. I got that too.
And I want to ride around on a Thestral.
I haven't actually done any of the Beast classes yet. I think there are options, but I just haven't done them.
Yep.
I like that it lets you like choose if that's what you want to.
Yeah.
I try to do everything, but.
You meet Gerald in the Beast class.
Ooh, Gerald. He sounds like a cool guy.
He is a cool guy.
I like the cool guys. There's some freaks. There's some alright characters. I made friends with that.
You'll like Gerald.
I made friends with that girl at the beginning.
Which girl?
There was like the Slytherin boy that you could be friends with at the beginning, or that like she has like an accent girl. Like
from
I think she's
Wagadude.
black and she's from like a different country.
From Uganda.
Yes.
Yeah.
Her. I made friends with her instead of
she's cool.
him, the Slytherin. She's neat, but
I made friends with
she's kind of a nerd, but yeah.
I made friends with the Slytherin
I think I still
boy.
made friends. You make friends with him. I made friends with him too, but he wasn't my first.
I
choice.
also made friends with the girl too.
Right, yeah. So
he covers for me in the restricted section.
Right, yeah, he does
Which
that.
I knew
So he's
he
a
was
pretty
a-
big
he
G.
was a homie then,
Yeah. There's that dude. Have you gone to potions class?
Yeah.
How do you feel about that motherfucker that like tricks you into like helping him? You sneak into you go into the professor's like room to get stuff for your thing, but he's like, hey, could you snag me something for mine? And then it blows up in his face, and then the teacher calls you out.
Oh yeah, I was
guy.
pretty neutral about it.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about him.
I don't know. They're
I kind
all
of want to be his friend, but he could be a fuck.
When I'm the Dark Lord, so I don't really. I'm pretty divorced from it.
That's fair. Yeah.
So they're all gonna be my servants in the end, so I don't really care.
They're gonna be
at
my
this point.
friends, and friends are better than servants,
I'm
buddy.
gonna dominate them.
Whatever. I'm gonna work with them and create a better world. That's what I'm gonna do.
Good luck.
Yeah, you're right. Your side always wins, even in the real world. Fuck. You evil piece of shit.
That's right.
Shite. I've been saying shite more.
Gonna be the king.
Shite. Look at this shite.
Look at this shite.
Look at this fucking shite.
Look at this fucking shite.
I walk in here, there's poop in that litter box. I'm like, who fucking shite in this? Look at all this shite that your mom has to clean up. I don't clean it. Miranda cleans it. I don't. No. I'm glad you're having fun. I'm glad you finally got it. I was really stoked when it came out. I played it pretty solid the first 2 weeks. Then I started playing Metroid Prime. And then I started playing Bioshock Infinite. I played through all of that.
That's a good game.
It's a great game. I played it when it came out, beat it when it came out, and I was like, I had it on my Switch. I was like, dude, it's been 10 years since that game came out. It's the first game I ever torrented and played. Like 360 era torrenting.
Criminal.
Yeah. I loved it. And it was fun playing it again. And I had a really good time. But I played through that. I was playing all these other games instead of playing Harry Potter.
Right.
Now with this setup, though, I'm pretty set to play a lot of video
You got a
games.
pretty good battle station.
Yeah, so I do intend to get back into it, and maybe the further we get into it, maybe in a couple episodes we'll have it beat and we can talk about like the whole story of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could be fun. Cool. Anything else you want to talk about with that game?
No, I think that's about
Are
it.
you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
Fuck. You've only been playing it for like a day,
It's
so
just
I
much
guess.
more expansive than I thought it would be.
Okay. Yeah, it's huge. I know. When I saw that there was the map, the second map, and then it said world map, I was like, world map?
Just
This
like
fucking thing is so big already.
there's like a crafting system. There's like a whole alchemy
Oh yeah,
system.
it's got a little bit of everything. You build your own little hut
It's like
in
a-
the fucking room of requirements
Yeah, it's
system.
like a full-blown RPG.
Full torque.
Full torque.
Yeah,
Fully torqued.
fully torqued. Ugh. God damn.
You know, the game developers were when they made this.
They loved Harry Potter.
Yep.
And they made a they that's why I like when it was coming out and people were like mad at it, like don't buy the game, and it's like, listen, I get it. Fucking J.K. Rowling's a bitch. I get it. I've known it. I've been mad at J.K. Rowling since long before she hated transgendered people.
Yeah.
Long before that. So, like, I get it. But these people fucking spent their life's work making this game, and it's awesome. I'm not gonna not buy it because somebody who came up with the idea fucking sucks. Most people that came up with most of the ideas of all the shit we like suck. Walt Disney was a fucking Jew hater. So, like, fuck off.
That's true.
That's where I'm at with all that shit.
Sympathetic to the Nazi party.
Yeah, so, whatever. She's just another one. I'm not gonna not like Harry Potter, and I'm not gonna play that game.
Don't be heroes.
Don't be heroes. Don't be heroes. Don't poop or eat. So, yeah, great game.
Great game.
They did an excellent job. Can't wait to play through it all.
Yep. Can't wait to become the Dark Lord.
Can't wait to become the hero of justice. Oh, wait.
And kill the hero of justice.
And so, yeah, good luck.
Strike you down.
With what?
My dark arts.
Please. Have you watched Harry Potter? You see how that always goes.
Dark arts has always been the cooler magic.
Oh, but love. Something as lame as love beats it. Fuck you. Oh, I'm so strong that love beats me. Like 3 times over. It's like the main premise of the entire idea of the wizarding world, and that's what your evil people lose to.
We'll see how many people.
Everybody loves me. That's what makes me the true Dark Lord. I thought your text yesterday was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you said the Finna thing and then you were like, I knew you'd react like that. That was funny. Side comment, sorry guys. Don't want to like pull away from what you people understand.
Just talking about the regular psychological warfare that I wage on Chase.
Via text messaging. Psychological warfare, please. If you knew what this psychology has been through. Okay, now that's out of the way.
What's next?
I guess I had one more game I wanted to talk about.
Talk about it.
Just it doesn't have to be long, but you probably saw when I pulled up my Steam Deck. Hollow Knight?
Yeah.
Have you played Hollow Knight?
Yeah.
You played through it?
I've never played through it.
It's been out for a while. It's a pretty popular
game.
like indie Metroidvania type of game.
Right.
I've been having so I downloaded it years ago on
like Ori,
Game Pass.
right?
It's so when I beat through Ori, I started playing this next. It's like Ori, but also different. It plays a little different than Ori, and I think that's why when I played it years ago, I only got so far. I liked it, but I was so into Ori that I was like, maybe not yet with this one. It was on sale on the Steam thing, and I've been playing it at work and on the side quite a bit. I've passed where I was on my Xbox. It's a fun little fucking platformer, like action RPG type of game. It's got all sorts of elements. You're the knight, you're the Hollow Knight, and you just have like it's called a needle or something. It's your sword, and you just jump into this world. It's kind of like how a lot of 2D games are anymore these days. They just throw you into it, and you just have to solve the weird, bizarre story that's happening around you.
Right.
But you know how to play video games, you go with the flow, and it's fucking neat. You get new abilities, like at first you just have the thing and you just kill things with that, and you get souls that like you charge and it heals you. So if you take damage, you have 5 lives. You go down to let's say 2. Your soul meter's full. You can use parts of it to heal yourself.
Okay.
So that's how it starts, and then you get an ability that, like you can use some of that to like shoot beams at like enemies. So like that takes stuff. So you can either choose like heal yourself or use beams. It's up if it goes below a certain line of soul, you need to collect more to use more of it, and you get more by killing enemies.
Makes sense.
And then as the game goes on, you just keep getting more different, kind of like Ori, different abilities. Like I just got dash, so like you can like dash or you can jump dash. So now you can get like to farther platforms that you couldn't reach, and that unlocks different areas of the map that you can now reach with your new abilities. And it's cool. The aesthetic's really cool. It's this black and white kind of everything's kind of like a bug creature sort of thing.
Oh, nice.
And yeah, it's a lot of fun. And you gotta kind of be quick. You gotta think like it's it's not an easy platformer.
Stresses you out?
A little bit.
Ori stressed me out.
Oh, dude, nothing quite has stressed me out like those Ori-like levels where you have to like dodge like water coming up to kill you. So nothing like that has happened.
I got carpal tunnel.
But it's still very stressful. Still very stressful. But I don't want to stop playing it. Like when I downloaded it again, I played it for a solid hour and a half straight and caught up almost entirely to where I was on my Xbox. And I've just been I woke up last night at like 4 a.m. with like that sneezing fit I told you about. I came in here and played that for an hour. Like, it's soothing and fun and tricky and hard all at the same time, and I definitely recommend it, because if you're into that kind of gameplay.
I've always been meaning to pick it up.
Yeah.
It was just one of those games where, like, I heard about, always been meaning to play, but just never got around to it.
Like, a sequel is supposed to be coming out for it, and people are, like, really waiting for it. It's been out for a long time, but, it's usually, like, $15 on Steam. Not an expensive game. I got it for, like, $7 on the sale, so I saw that, and I was like, yeah, I want to actually play this game. And yeah, it's very solemn. It's kind of a dark game. Everybody talks. It's very, like, I want to say Majora's Mask, kind of like tonally, maybe even darker than that. So it's pretty cool. I think if you're into that kind of game, you'll like it. Miranda's yelling at the cats.
As soon as I beat Hogwarts Legacy.
As soon as your apes become men.
And I become the Dark Lord.
And you become the Dark Lord. Good luck. I hope it really pans out for you, being a fucking dick your whole life. I mean, yeah, if you have any questions about Hollow Knight, follow up, but that's really all I have to say about that one. A lot of these games I've just kind of started playing in the past few days. I just wrapped up Jedi on last Tuesday.
So it's still pretty fresh.
Yeah, I only started playing Hollow Knight Wednesday, started that. I've been playing Titanfall 2. I didn't really think that was anything to mention. Really fun game. Great story mode, great gameplay.
Never been into Titanfall.
Titanfall's pretty fun. Mech and first-person shooter. All the guns are really cool. When you get in your mech, all the different builds of mech are fucking awesome. The story is only like a 6.5-hour story, and it's not bad.
I do like mechs.
Do you like first-person shooters?
Sometimes.
I think you'll like this. I know you had a really good time playing Doom Eternal.
I do like Doom.
I think if you like Doom Eternal, you'll also like this.
Okay.
So,
I will give it a shot.
And that was like, I got that for like $4.95 on the Steam sale. So like, it's an older, it came out on the Xbox in like 2016, but it's solid. I heard our Australians talking about it on their podcast. And I was like, oh, it's on sale. I'm having a good time with it. But that's really all I gotta say about that. So I just snuck in another one. Sorry, not sorry, never sorry.
That's what the shitters can expect.
That's what the shitters can expect. You got anything else to add to New Nerd Shit?
Not currently, no.
So those are the games we're playing. That's what we're doing with our lives.
Games we are playing.
Sweet, cool. Because next episode, not to keep marketing this, but our next episode's the Star Wars episode, so we're not gonna have a lot else of the things that are gonna come up to talk about come then. So I just want to make sure that you, Braden, have everything you want to talk about.
Oh, I got it all.
Cool. All right. Well, then we'll move on to some of our main topics.
Let's do it.
Sure. Let's. What? No, Snappy?
I was just snapping it to you.
Snap it to yourself. You didn't snap with something to say?
Snapping it back to you.
Okay. Do you, we can go into Last of Us if you want to.
Yeah, let's go to Last of Us.
Cool.
What'd you think?
What I think?
What did you think?
Where did we last see each other? It was like the fourth episode probably?
Yeah.
Yeah, every episode from that point forward was fucking awesome and really good. I thought the ending wasn't my favorite episode, but, like, it did everything it needed to do.
Right.
It was pretty perfect. I wish they would have done the sewer battle with some of the zombies to make it a more, like, action-y finale, but, like, it was still awesome.
Yeah.
No issues there.
It got my father, who doesn't know anything about the Last of Us video game, to be like, oh, I knew that was going to happen. Which is pretty big from him.
Yeah.
That he's that invested.
That he guessed what could happen next.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's one of the things that's great about this show, is it does catch people who were never going to play the video game.
No.
Like, that story was so good that people are like, this is a fucking awesome show, no matter who we are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At the very end, when Pedro Pascal...
Spoilers.
Shot his shot.
Shot his shot all over the Firefly's face.
Yeah.
And neck.
He was like, yeah.
And chest. Everywhere, honestly.
And I was like, yeah, wouldn't you do that if that was
Oh,
your
yeah,
kid?
yeah. I asked for it. I was like, what did you think about what Joel did?
Yeah. I was like, let's discuss the morality of that.
Yeah. What did your dad have to say?
Yeah. I was like, if like... Oh, he didn't have much to say. But my mom was like, yeah, I would do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, who's to say? Every episode was a banger, though. Not just, like the finale nailed it, don't get me wrong. I just wanted some more zombie action, but, like...
Right.
Every episode was so good this season. I think it's the best video game adaptation ever made.
For sure.
And it's just like they added stuff to the game. They did things they didn't need to. The action was
that was one
peak.
of my things, is like the additional content. Typically with video game adaptations is ass.
Right.
But the additional content in this was like some of the best.
It works so well for a TV show. You gotta kind of add that to keep people more interested, and they nailed it.
They added to exactly where they needed to add stuff to.
Yeah.
And they kept what they needed to keep in.
Yeah. As much as I love crafting items for Joel to use to fight zombies, some of the best parts of the game, I would have liked to see him maybe do it once, but like in the show, but he didn't need to. For a show, you didn't need to do that.
Nick Offerman has a crafting station.
You're right. They show that is something that happens, which I appreciated. But man, you know, that game, I think if you really, really did love the show, you should play the game, because like you still got that awesome story, but the gameplay in that game is so much fun too. Like everything about The Last of Us as a game is a masterpiece. The show is just good on its own, but oh fuck, it was cool because, like I said to a lot of people, it was a show that I knew what was gonna happen every episode. I've known for 10 years, but I was still at the edge of my seat, just waiting to watch it happen.
Right,
and
like that's because like the actors were executing it very well.
Yeah.
And the writing
was executing it very well. It did everything right. I can't believe how perfect that show was. Other than maybe some more zombie shit. That's it though. And more like, you didn't need it. And I get that. And I love it for it. For everything it did. Like, there are episodes I would be like, this is the runtime? How are they going to cover all of that in one episode? And they do it. The one with the fucking Dave, the pedophile fucking...
Oh, yeah.
I was like, 45 minutes?
That was like a whole section of the game.
Dude, it's a whole season. It's winter in the game. It's the whole winter section of the game. It was huge in the game, and I was like, how are they going to do it in like 51 minutes? I thought it was going to be like an hour and a half episode. And, I mean, they nailed it. There could have been more, but like, they nailed it.
They did very well.
I nailed it.
They nailed
it. What'd you do with that letter? I nailed it.
And Ellie kills Joel.
And Ellie just shoots him right in the heart.
No, the voice actor for Joel.
Ellie, oh yes, yeah. She does kill his voice actor. I love how they implemented the voice actors. Yeah. I love that they made the voice actor of Ellie in the game her mother in the show, because it's like, she is the mother of Ellie. She made Ellie, basically. So like, that was cool. It was all really good. It was one of those shows that comes on. The HBO has a January effect where they put out a show in January that you're like, is this gonna be good or not? And it's fucking awesome. They did it last year with Peacemaker, which is, I contend, the best show that came out last year. The best thing DC's put out since The Dark Knight.
I agree.
And now they did it again with The Last of Us. I can't wait for season 2. I think it's gonna hit people crazy hard, season 2, because it did in the game. But I mean,
especially because that's where my knowledge ends.
Have you played Last of Us 2?
No.
Oh wow, yeah. You would have been just getting back from Africa when that game was coming out.
Yeah.
I haven't finished it, but I played enough of it to be like, the beginning's hard fucking core. So I'll be interested to see how they do it. But yeah.
Exciting to see.
Yeah, I'm gonna play through the game before the new season comes out.
Actual competent execution of an idea.
Who the fuck thought it existed? You see it so rarely sometimes that it touches your heart when they nail it.
Do you think that
I imagine this is how Tolkien fans felt when the Lord of the Rings movies were coming out.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
Do you think that the new Dungeons and Dragons movie is gonna be good?
I heard it is really good.
Yeah.
Everybody they had like advanced screenings. I've heard every like reviewer online, it had like a 92% on Rotten Tomatoes last week. I think it's down to like 88, but like,
the age of D&D.
I'm excited to see this movie. I was excited to see it already, and then I heard critics were loving it, and I was like, oh fuck, nice, yeah, dude. Because you know the movies that when the critics don't, like, even if you do, like, you see why they didn't.
It's definitely not the tier of movies that you would expect from a Dungeons and Dragons movie.
Yeah, and it's got a great cast, and I'm really looking. We're gonna be seeing that probably this week, someday, maybe Thursday. I haven't really decided that yet, but yeah, I've been looking forward to that one for a very long time. I'm a pretty big Chris Pine fan.
Yeah.
So like when he got cast in it, I was really excited. And yeah, it just Dungeons and Dragons nailing it for a movie. That's big for them.
That is big. Could start a whole thing.
Could start a whole thing.
Could start a whole thing.
Yeah. So, and that's what I mean. We're at a place in time. I think we touched on it the last episode, but I gotta keep bringing up. We're like, now video game adaptations are. They went so long with being like shitty that now we're getting so many like back-to-back good. It kind of jumped really like it went like Detective Pikachu's not a bad movie, and the Sonic movies are also not bad movies. So we're starting to get like these better video game movies, and then The Last of It happens, and it's like, okay, we can confidently make these.
The culture is catching up,
and I still think there could be a day. It's not soon. It's not by the time that One Piece show comes out, but they're like, it's the same idea. Comics were comics. They couldn't make a good comic movie. Then they started to get better. Now they rule the fucking world. Video game things are coming up.
Well,
books had their time. Anime, man. I'm waiting for anime adaptation level things.
Well, and you know what it
will never happen.
It's because the people who grew up loving those things are now in charge of making these movies.
That's fair. Yeah.
It's a generation shift.
Sucks that we have to wait.
Yeah. But
I didn't see Creed 3, but I heard Michael B. Jordan, who is a huge anime fan, directed that, and he directed it in a way to like be like Dragon Ball Z, and I'm just like, and apparently it worked.
Wow.
So I'm just like,
I'll have to check that out.
I didn't watch the movie, but I've heard like
oh, boxing movie is.
Dude, have you ever watched any of the Creed movies?
No.
They're great. Rocky? You watch Rocky? Any of the
Rocky? Yeah.
Yeah, it's a sequel to Rocky, but like those new ones are pretty good, and I really want to see the third one. But Michael B. Jordan is like a huge anime fan, and I think like I would love for him to take a stab at like Dragon Ball Z, any type of thing, and make it, because I just think we're almost there. Yeah. We're just getting there with video games, so it might be like 10 to 20 years off.
We're in the zeitgeist.
We're in the area where like we're gonna remember how bad, like the Super Mario Brothers movie. We're gonna remember how bad the old one, but how bad like the Cowboy Bebop show was. And when One Piece comes out, and Death Note, like it's gonna be like, oh, they made a try, and they fucking suck.
Show is gonna suck.
I
do think it will.
Yeah, it probably will. I went into Cowboy Bebop with the most like they're gonna do this. Like if we're gonna do this with any series, it's Cowboy Bebop. I was like, this is the one to do it with.
You just have to be faithful.
And they fucking blew it. So it's like if they can't do that. If you think you're gonna get the intricacies of One Piece
because I've always said One Piece is impossible to do in live action.
I think the cast looks nice. Everybody seems like they're having a good time.
Yeah.
It's gonna get one season and get canceled immediately because it's probably gonna fucking suck. But we need these to happen so that we can get our Last of Us someday.
Netflix is not rarely ever committed to anything past 2 seasons.
Yeah.
One Piece is gargantuan.
And they're not gonna get it.
Yeah.
They're not gonna get it. They're just not gonna. Nobody's gonna watch it outside of the fandom because they don't know what it is, and the people in the fandom are gonna hate it.
They're gonna adapt certain arcs into probably one episode.
Sure, because that's how episodic television works.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to get too much into this, but it's just one of my things. Is like. We're not there yet, and the One Piece, I can't believe they're even attempting it.
The technology doesn't exist yet to make One Piece believable in live action.
Right. So, we're going to get some shite for a while, but I think maybe 10 to 20 years down the road, we might see some really good anime adaptation movies, like we're seeing with video games.
Especially because once One Piece ends, it's going to be immortal, pretty much. Like...
Dude, I've seen it compared to the Odyssey, like modern day Odyssey, which I'm like, yep, I can't argue that. So yeah, I agree. We'll see. I think I've said this before. I think they need to do lesser known anime. Don't go big right out of the gate. Get something less and make a good story around that.
Like what Marvel did, where they started with Iron Man, who no one will remember now, but before the first Iron Man movie, Iron Man was a pretty obscure superhero in terms of like popular. Like he wasn't the most popular superhero.
Yeah. He was around. People knew who he was, but like
his character actually took off into like, you know, S tier superhero after
In the past 20 years.
the Marvel movies, right?
Yeah. Oh boy.
Oh, cute.
Oh boy, how did you get that on? Oh, Smeagol. Yeah, you've been living with it. For people who can't see, my girlfriend has put our new cat. We've had him for about a couple months. He doesn't like to be held or touched, but currently he's in a sweater. And she is giggling. Oh, and cute. Rusty's in his Sasuke costume. Oh boy.
Here, Sasuke.
How did you get Smeagol in that? He just let you? I can't even...
It was actually pretty easy.
He doesn't seem too perturbed by it.
He hates it.
What about Rusty? How's he deal with the Sasuke outfit?
He's looking regal.
He's Sasuke.
Does look pretty fancy,
He's
yeah.
owning it.
Rusty's been put in a lot of stuff. He's used to it. Smeagol's like, what the hell?
I feel like Rusty's about to go.
What's going on here?
No jutsu on us.
Rusty might do that to fucking Smeagol. They fight hardcore. I've never seen two guys play like that and then love each other so much. Except in gay porn. Oh.
Hey-oh.
Oh, that's great. What a fun little... We were just talking about anime. Which we need to get away from.
Right.
But it was in comparison to the video game movies. We're going to be going to see the Mario movie in a couple weeks. Really looking forward to that. That turned out to be like... That first trailer, like, ooh, I don't know how this is going to go, to like, I'm really pumped to see this fucking movie. Can't wait to see it.
When are you seeing it?
The Wednesday it released, so April, like, 10th, I think? I'm not sure. The 8th? Seeing Clarion in 3D.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, we're going with Sam and Kylie. Yeah, we saw the trailer in 3D for it, and that looked fucking awesome. So I'm not really a big, like, yeah, go see movies in 3D, but, like, Avatar 2 was definitely needed to be seen in 3D to get the full effect.
Yeah.
And Mario looked really fucking good in the 3D trailer, so we're looking forward to that. But yeah, that's just another thing. Like, I think that is going to be a really good video game movie adaptation.
Oh, for sure.
We're just there. We are now there. I don't know what that Uncharted movie was. That was like a fluke, but it still wasn't that bad. It was a good movie.
I've never seen it.
It was a good movie. It's not a good adaptation of Uncharted, but it's a good movie based on the ideas of Uncharted. So like, there have been worse.
Right.
And so yeah, to me, we're there. I knew we were there when I saw Detective Pikachu. I cried at the beginning of that movie when a Pidgey like flies in the screen, like a real life Pidgey. I was like, this is what I've wanted to see since I was 6 years old, and I am losing it. Fuck. And I'm crying. I'm almost tearing up right now just talking about it with you. Like, and it's just been like, Sonic was good. Sonic 2 was really good. We already said this, but we're there, okay?
We are there.
We are there. Anything else you want to say about The Last of Us?
No, I think that we've touched about
good
everything.
Because I've had about The Last of This.
Last of This.
Whatever the fuck you want to talk about. Now here's what I'm going to do before we get on to our next main subject. Braden, to you, Braden, I Chase, to you, Braden, I have to piss really bad.
Yes.
So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to go pee, but I need you to entertain these people. I don't want it to be dead air.
Okay.
Talk to them, because they're here. You're alone in this room.
Okay.
But the Swag is here, Brent is here, Amber is here.
Right. They're all with
Britt
me
is
right
here.
now.
Our fans are
So I
here.
need to
The shitters are here.
Cradle them.
Talk to them.
Okay, I'll talk to them.
Get him going until I get back.
All right, so hey everybody, it's the Brad and Neil show now. So recently, I've been switching to ciabatta bun bread for my daily sandwich. I bring a sandwich to school every day. I student teach at a school, English, 8th grade, if you were curious. And I always eat a sandwich when I'm there. And I've, normally just gone with, like, regular hamburger buns, like, just, like, kind of nothing bougie or whatever. But we recently got these ciabatta buns, which are, like, kind of doughy and chewy, but, like, in a really nice way. And it's just, like, I feel like it's really enhanced my sandwich experience at work. And I say work, it's not technically work, it's technically school. I'm actually paying to be there. I'm not making any money. But that's neither here nor there. I'm
having really great sandwiches every day. I think the student teaching itself is going really well. Other than that, yeah, it's just been, me just vibing, as a single bachelor on the hard streets of Punxsutawney. You'd be surprised of the stories that come about when you're a single bachelor on these hard punksy streets. You see some crazy oh, hey Chase.
Hey.
Chase is back.
We're gonna make some rice. Would you like some?
I would love some.
Swag always talks about how he hears us eating on the show, and he's not a big fan of it. But I think that makes me want to eat more. What were you talking about with everybody?
Oh, just stuff.
I don't. I wasn't here. Life
and stuff. They'll tell you about it later.
I can't wait. Well, you know me. I wait about a couple weeks, then I listen to the show.
That's right.
You need a fork?
I was gonna say I'm supposed to eat this with my hands.
I saw you with your fucking stupid face, but I guess
I was
not.
gonna.
Huh. It's a little hot, so blow. Oh wow. Huh. Dark Lord like his rice hot. Shite. Cool. Yeah. Well, I hope I didn't interrupt. I hope you got through everything.
No, I got through everything I wanted to talk about.
Good. I'm glad you did. I felt very confident. I was like, I'm not going to leave anybody to talk to everybody while I piss.
Yeah.
It's Braden.
I'm very good at filling empty spaces.
Huh. That's pretty much what I know you for.
Oh
No. Not meant in an offensive way. Just, in a way that is the truth. And the truth will set you free.
Will set you free.
Okay, boom, moving on though. Nerd shit in the dark. Nerd shit in the dark. Ooh, that could be part of it. Let us know. Comment down below.
A little segue.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. I started adding those to Chase Creepix Kitchen. I think they could be fun to add to this. We do need an editor.
Everyone needs a segue.
That being said, well, what else is going on in the world of nerdism? We forgetting anything? We saw Shazam.
How was Shazam?
I liked it.
You said you didn't like it as much as the first one.
I didn't like it as much as the first one, and I don't know what that is all about, but, it was good. It was a good movie. It was funny. It had, it had everything you want in, a Shazam sequel. It just wasn't as good as the first one. I think a lot of the things that made the first one really good, this one didn't do as well.
So I've seen no marketing on Shazam 2, so I have...
that, probably.
Yeah, I have no idea what it's about.
That might be the best way to go into it.
Are the siblings more involved?
Definitely.
100%.
Because they had, powers at the end of the
they're in the whole movie as, them and the older versions of them.
They are all the main characters.
Yeah, definitely.
Right, because that's, what Shazam is.
Yeah. So, yeah, they're very much involved in this one. Very much. I'd say, though, you get, almost no time. The Billy is, a teenager version of him. He's almost not in the movie at all. He's almost entire.
Shazam.
Yeah.
Zachary Levi.
Mm-hmm.
And then fun. All the other kid characters.
Yeah, the kids, though, they all transform back and forth a lot. But it's usually just him the whole time, which is fine.
Probably because it's more expensive to pay the adult actors.
Maybe. Yeah, all of them. Maybe. I don't know. And it was good. The story was good. I just think there was a lot going on. There's a lot of plot points to the point that, they should have dumbed it down more so you could spend more time with it. There's, a subplot point, I won't get any spoilers, where, Billy is worried that when he turns 18, he's going to get kicked out of the house.
Does that happen?
Because he's a foster kid.
Right.
No, it's not what happens, but he's worried about it. But they don't really,
foster kids get kicked out when they're 18?
Yeah, it can happen. They talk about, because, the girl was gonna, she was gonna go to college, but she ended up saying, because the one older sister, she's older, but she, has a job and pays rent there.
Let's find a foster kid charity to donate to for Nerd Shit in the Dark.
Okay. Or maybe our Patreons can send a little...
or Patreons can send
love.
A little money on the way.
And we'll make sure that 18-year-old... no longer kid, foster kids can get a future with...
aspiring superheroes.
No, he just wanted to stay with his family. Superheroes. But they don't really go into that a lot. Apparently it's supposed to be his, like, reasoning for why he acts so, like, goofy throughout the movie. But they don't...
he acts goofy throughout the movie. I didn't know this was a goofy
Not
movie.
goofy, but, you know, he's...
I didn't know we were going on a road trip with Max in this
Shazam.
movie.
I'm gonna throw my tissues at you. He's Shazam.
Didn't know we were
But
trying
what
to
I mean is...
reconnect with our son in this movie, goofy movie.
No, they're not doing that in this movie, Brayden.
What are they doing in this movie?
They just don't go into that storyline much. It's there, it's like a thought in your head because they brought it up, but like, I wish, because there's a payoff for it later in the movie, but it's like, I wish they would have added more to it. I wish I could see Teenage Billy really struggling with the idea of when he turns 18 in a couple months, he's getting kicked out of the house. Yeah. Because it just seems like an afterthought that is used as like a main plot point. So it's not a perfect movie. But it's good. It's really good. I just thought... remember when we saw the first one?
Yeah.
Had a blast. Both of us came out of that just full torqued.
Fully torqued.
Fully torqued.
I'm not gonna lie. I forgot he's in costume.
But the second one I came out of just like... I was happy with it, but like I was maybe more... Like we had a weird situation in the movie theater. So, like, that thought was still the top of my thought process as opposed to the movie.
You saw someone getting a blowjob.
No. No, these motherfuckers. This is a story for everybody listening about my experience going to see Shazam 2. He's having so much trouble getting up there with that costume on. Hi, dear boy. So we walk into the movie theater, Brady.
I couldn't find my pins.
And
pin the collars back.
There's a lot of people in the movie theater, but I had bought our tickets ahead of time, so I wasn't worried about it. I kind of overhear to the side a person and their friends walk up, and the lady's like, "Well, we don't have enough tickets for you all to sit together. Like, there's seats, but you can't all sit together." I hear it happening, and I'm just like, "Well, good thing I got my tickets." It's an afterthought, all of this. And I'm assuming the whole thing plays out in some way, shape, or form. Miranda and I go to get into the movie theater. I've showed my tickets. We go in, we go to sit down, and we sit down in our seats, the ones that I've had reserved for weeks. And we sit down, and a person goes, "Oh, there's two people sitting there. They'll be right back." And at first I was like, well, the Du Bois Theater is marked strangely. I could literally be in the wrong seat. I don't even know if I went in the right row. So I'm like a little frazzled. So I'm like, "Oh, sorry." And I like go and I look to make sure it's D, and I'm like, it is D. And I walk down, and we had 5 and 6, and one of the 5 didn't have a sticker. So I was like, I guess I just assumed from 6 that was 5. So I'll sit. We moved down, but I was still like, those were the fucking people. Like, I could tell, the one was like ugly. The main, like, I don't know what it was, but it was weird looking. And I was like, I recognize that thing. And that was one of the people that got told they couldn't all sit together. It's weird they're all sitting together. And the people that were gone, they came back and sat in what were our seats. And I was just like, that's weird. Miranda goes to the bathroom. I'm sitting there for a while. The theater's pretty packed. It's opening night. And this guy comes walking on. This big dude comes walking down. And he just goes, "I think you're in our seats." And to right there, I'm like, I know I'm in your seat. Because so I'm tense from thinking about it the whole time. So I like slam my hands and I go, "Well, I think somebody's got something wrong here then." And because I thought I was sitting, and I'm shouting all this, not super loud, but loud enough that everybody around me hears it. Miranda comes back from the bathroom and grabs her coat. I slam her coat into the ground because I think it's the other, like this guy's girlfriend moving her coat so she could sit down. And I was like, "Well, we're not moving yet." But it was Miranda, and I felt so bad. But while this is all happening, I see these motherfuckers from the beginning get up and like scatter. They see me freaking out because they knew that they just went and sit and
stole your seat.
Du Bois Theater, you have assigned seats. You pick your seat. Your ticket says the seat. You go to
most theaters.
They knew they couldn't sit together, and they just stole their seats. And then when their fucking stupid bitch ass ugly scummer friends weren't there, they were like, there are people sitting there, and it's just like, no motherfucking ugly it thing. You fucking are in the wrong seat! You don't even should fucking sit here! Because they all leave, and not only did... I thought like maybe 2 of them got those seats, and then they just told the rest, like, who cares, it's fine. But then other people showed up and sat down in those fucking seats because... So they never had the right seats to begin with. Oh, I was furious.
Did you fight them?
When they left, when I saw them getting out, I made eye contact with the it person because I was like, I recognize you, you ugly fuck, and I know exactly what you were doing.
Did she look rattled?
I don't know. I don't give a fuck. It was just an annoying thing. So that was like the first 20 minutes of the movie in my head. That debacle. I was kind of drunk as it was going
not
on.
in the mood for Shazam.
We had gone out to dinner. I had some drinks. I remember like the big dude. I grabbed him. I felt like because after the whole thing, I was like, I told him everything I just told you, and he was like, yeah, kids, and I was like, I was very drunk, so I like grabbed him and brought him in close, like we were buddies. He was he was big, interesting fellow. He was breathing really loud. At one point, Miranda like tapped me and was like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, why?" And she's like, "Well, you're breathing really loud." And I was like, "That's not me." The guy literally next to me, he was breathing loud. But like, we were friends.
So loud.
We were friends fighting those fucking teenage scourge monsters.
Yeah,
that
you
tried
had
to
a
take our
common
seat.
enemy.
Yeah. So that was on my mind when I left the movie more than the movie itself.
So it soured Shazam 2 for
But
you.
it was still a good movie. It just wasn't as good as the first one.
Right.
I think we had a really good time with that first one.
We did.
And the second one, though good, not as good.
I remember after Shazam 1, we were all like, "That's an amazing movie."
Yeah, we were pumped.
And then Jessica was like, "No,
I didn't really like it. Yeah,
we were like,
didn't
"What?"
it. Yeah, she was not as into it as we were. She didn't think it was funny as we did.
No.
Yeah.
But I get it.
Whatever, it's not for everybody, I suppose.
After rewatching it, I was like,
I still like rewatching it, but I think a lot of the, like with most jokes, that surprise factor, that first time you hear it factor is
yeah,
the cellar. Yeah, like basement, cellar, cellar door. So, that's all I gotta say about that. Yeah. What about you?
it's all about what I have to say about Shazam 2. I haven't seen it yet.
Right, yeah, I didn't mean Shazam 2, Brayden. I meant something else.
Like new nerd shit.
What else is there any shows we haven't talked about that have been out? I don't think so. Boy, I mean, we're only at an hour and a half. I mean...
I mentioned I was in the Tower of God again.
You did. That's a tough one, though.
It is a tough one.
For this, that's more of a
But
me
like,
and you
it
thing.
is at the point, like, it's such a weird series because, like, Season 3 is so different from Season 2, and Season 2 is so different from Season 1.
I got that vibe just from, yeah.
Yeah, but, like, they're at the point now where, like, a bomb is, like, as strong as a god.
Figured it was going that direction.
Yeah, but then you find out that, like, there are gods stronger than gods.
Ain't that life sometimes, folks.
They do fucking crazy things.
Ain't that life sometimes, too. COVID.
It is really cool once you get to seeing more high rankers and, like, what they can do. Because they are, like, crazy.
Yeah.
Like, it's like...
The way, from where I'm at, I'm not surprised by this in the slightest. They're still very low level, and people are, like, unstoppable. I can't imagine. They're D ranks. And it's like crazy.
By the end of the Hell Train arc, you start to see like the ceiling, kind of, or not the ceiling, but just like how far they have to go with like what they mean by like
climbing the tower.
Yeah, like rankers are strong. It's just like they are.
I don't want to get too much into this on here.
Yeah,
because that's a very convoluted subject that nobody other than us knows about.
Right.
But I know I gotta catch up.
Should we go into?
I don't know. What else do we have to cover?
Anime. People don't like anime.
I mean, people like anime just fine, but it's not a big. It's not a big crowd pleaser for the show.
Right. We have to follow the numbers.
Yeah, for our clientele's sake. I want to talk about it for sure, but nobody will listen to that part.
Right.
I mean, I don't know. I think we cut it a crisp 1:30. I think sometimes the show's going pretty long. Nothing wrong with cutting it off short.
Definitely makes it more marketable, and that's what we're all about.
That's what we're all about. I think this episode overall has been really...
We're all about growth.
Really good. Yeah, growth. Yeah. Getting, like your game, like Ancestors.
Right, just growing, evolving.
Yeah. Huh. Yeah.
Getting stronger, getting more powerful.
Yeah.
Getting more influence over the world.
Taking over.
Taking over.
Making bombs.
remaking the world in our image.
Killing people that are different than you.
Yeah.
Life.
We can do all that.
Yeah. If we work together.
Us and the shitters.
Us and the shitters. Or nerds. Or darkies. Well, there was a fourth one that we came up throughout the show. But, yeah, I mean, I'm sorry, guys. We really don't have, like, a big main topic this week. We just really wanted to talk about games.
Talk about all the stuff.
Just put out a good show. But I'm so excited for next month's Star Wars special. I'm so excited for it.
It's gonna be really. It's gonna be a primo.
I think, yeah.
You'll have to subscribe to our Patreon.
Right. Yeah. We'll have to get $2 a month.
We'll have to make a Patreon, and you'll have to subscribe to
some
it.
Venmo one of us, or pay Cash App. I use Cash App.
Give us money, and then you can.
We'll give you the show, and it'll be good.
Because you really want to listen to this.
Dude, it's going to be so good. We're going to have a guest. We're going to have 3 of us. We're going to try to go on a little longer than this.
Yeah,
too.
It's going to be like Nerd Shit Unraveled.
Nerd Shit Unraveled, yeah. Star Wars edition.
Star Wars.
We've never ever really just picked one thing.
Yeah.
I've wanted to do it in the past. There was a time, oh boy. Actually, do we want to save this? Okay, talk to me. We'll talk on the show. We'll talk about the radio. Do we want to discuss maybe a movie at a time, or do we have one episode where we talk about both things we told each other to watch? But, well, we can't even talk about it because you've never seen it, but I watched Step Up, the first Step Up, and I texted you about it. But we haven't watched 2 yet. And I didn't know if you want to wait to have a full Step Up video with all of them, or talk about Step Up now. I assume you haven't watched any of the Fast and Furious since we came up with this little thing.
I think it would be more fun to do a whole video.
Okay, yeah, I won't talk about it now then.
So we can because I feel like we will focus in more on the finer details of a whole video. I feel like we'd skim a lot.
Yeah.
If we talk about it right now. But
sure.
I am excited.
And I only have the first one in my head.
am excited that you're starting the Step Up journey. The future ones are way different from the first one.
There's 4.
Yeah.
It just evolves and it becomes more about,
much like Fast and Furious.
The dance.
Yeah, I don't know what it becomes in Fast and Furious. It's not the drive. Yeah, the anime.
The family.
So for people who don't know, Braden and I decided over New Year's that we were going to do a thing where Braden is to watch a series of movies that I like, and he and I'm going to watch his thing. I told him to watch Fast and Furious movies, which has become a new thing in my life just in the past couple of years, but they are good. And I'm to watch the Step Up movies. And I'll just say this. I've watched the first Step Up. I mean... The first Step Up is a cheesy early 2000s dance
banger.
But like melodrama kind of thing.
Totally.
A rom-com type of thing too. It's got Channing Tatum. As the main character.
He dances.
It's solid. We had a good time watching it. But I am excited to see where things go from that. And that's all I'm going to say about the first one.
I think they just get better.
Good. And I'd say that about the Fast and Furious movies up till 9.
The dancing
9 might take a step down.
Gets crazier.
Yeah.
The relationships hit harder.
Oh wow, the relationships hit harder?
The relationships hit harder.
Wow, I thought they went all relationship in this last one, so I thought they'd give up on that on the newer one.
They don't give up on it,
Never.
but they do focus in more on the dance.
Alright. Okay.
But the relationship is
At the
communicated
core,
through the
dance is sexual.
Yeah. You can tell.
It's all about charisma.
They just want to bone
Chemistry.
each other. They just want to get inside of each other.
Wow.
But you can see that all through the dance.
Yeah. I got that a bit with Channing Tatum, and I don't know the
Wait for Step Up 2, man. It's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
It is.
Miranda has requested that a couple nights lately, and I'm not feeling it those nights.
One of my favorite characters, one of my favorite dances.
But I think if we want to do, I mean, it's still March. We could squeeze in one more before the Star Wars one if we wanted to, where we do just this, and I will make the time and watch all these Step Up ones, or we can do it after the Star Wars.
Or would you want to do a watch party?
A watch party where we sit and watch them all and then talk about it?
Or just watch one of them and talk about it?
We could do that too. I love that with the Kung Fu movie thing. That was great. I'm so glad we did that, and then watch one more and watch another. We also need to do the Kung Fu movie Marathon 2 edition.
That's true. I have more kung fu movies.
Yeah, we'll have to make time for that. Maybe that's a summer one. We'll see what happens.
You got a lot of things to squeeze in during the summer, especially
Yeah.
because that's when I'm going to be a free agent.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, pretty much in May is when I'm
Cool.
off.
Yeah, well, that works perfectly then for the Star Wars. We can get the. I think if we really try, we could probably get another one in April before, but we'll see what happens. See if there's anything to talk about.
Yeah.
I don't want to jump the gun with anything before Star Wars, but cool. All right. I mean, hey, that's what we got here tonight,
That's all
everybody.
we got, man.
It's tight. It's a little shorter than
It's in
usual,
the dark,
but
man.
I think we covered quite a bit tonight. Oh, Brayden's freestyling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We coming to you at night in the blue. We hope you
mm,
are
mm,
good
mm,
in the
mm,
in the in the in the
in the dark.
In the
dark.
dark. In the
Darky
dark.
dark.
In the
Dark.
darkity
Darkity
no.
dark.
Brayden literally looks like a skeleton just blowing in the wind.
I look like a skeleton blowing in the wind.
This is Halloween.
Watch
This
me
is Halloween.
run.
Nurtured in the dark.
I am
Nurtured in the dark.
Pumpkin King.
Thanks for coming out here tonight,
Thanks for-
everybody.
yeah,
Thanks
thank
for
you,
watching.
everyone.
Hope you enjoyed the first one on a new mic.
We'll see you later.
Bye.